Hello, my name is Christina Hagan, and the program that I will be doing my research proposal on today is the Department of Family and Children's Services for the County of San Bernardino. The County of San Bernardino's Children and Family Services provides many services to the community in order to promote child and family welfare. This program is extremely important to the success of the community because it affects many aspects. The success or failures of different programs that are run by this department can determine the health and welfare of children and families. Such programs include adoptions programs, foster care programs, and the reporting and following up on child abuse. Children are the future of society. I see that every day as a teacher, and I understand that sometimes there needs to be programs in place that help the children because sometimes there may not be an advocate for their rights and freedoms. It is extremely important to help ensure that children are kept safe. There are many jobs within the community that help promote child safety and family security. It is important for this particular department to be involved with the community on a personal level and understand the needs and wants of the citizens, especially children, again, who may not have an advocate for themselves. This is also the reason why there are specified caseworkers for different types of situations. It is essential that there are an ample amount of caseworkers involved in the department to handle each case. It may mean the safety of individuals. It can become a problem when not enough caseworkers are on hand to handle cases, and caseworkers are also given bigger caseloads. This double standard can negatively affect the work that is being done. Safety is extremely important, and if there are not enough caseworkers and an overload in cases, that can mean major or minor oversights that can occur on the job. There are many different measures used to measure performance, but when there are performance measurements that take into accountability the welfare and safety of children, there needs to be a standard, and that standard must be met. It is essential to develop program evaluations for this department because the need for advocacy for children and family welfare is important, with society ever changing and the needs and wants of the community ever changing. There needs to be an ever-changing look at how this department is run. I feel as though performance of the employees directly affect whether or not the program is functioning to its full capacity and serving its citizens to the best of its ability. It is also key for there to be a set program evaluation in place for this department. That way the employees and citizens of the county have a clear idea of what the goals, tasks, and desired outcomes are for the department to better fulfill the needs of the community. This proposal will go through the reasons of why this department should develop a set program evaluation, but also why this is necessary and important to continue and to maintain to have an active, flourishing program that can be utilized and looked at as a program that is aiming to do good with and within the community. The research question will be posted along with my hypothesis of why this research question is important. Also, it is an important topic of creating a well-rounded program evaluation for this department. An overview of the research methods that will also be introduced, and a logic model of why this type of research will be conducted to be effective. My research will focus on the San Bernardino County of Children and Family Services. I'm a teacher, and sometimes within many districts within Southern California, we see so many children that receive services from this department. With job situations in California and a decrease in social workers, an increase in caseloads, there are bound to be consequences and deficits within this program. My research question is, what factors are affected when there's an increase in caseload for social workers within the Department of Children and Family Services? My reasons for choosing this specific question is to begin to learn more about how this program is utilized to better the lives of family and children within the county. But when there are not enough caseworkers and the caseloads increase, can something be missed? And could there be a deficit in the work that is being done? Ensuring the welfare of family and especially of children is extremely important. And how do caseloads affect the efficiencies of this program? With the research question, it is also important to be able to understand whether or not there's a direct effect to the work that is being done to the community because of the lack of workers and a greater burden of work. There needs to be a distinguished set of factors that help contribute to the success or failure of this program and how it aims to help people in the community. It will also be my aim to pinpoint what these factors are and their direct effect to the services provided by this department. It is important that administration, the employees, and the citizens of the county are all aware of the different triumphs and struggles within this department. I believe that this is also beneficial because of the fact with citizen input and the knowledge of what type of care that the citizens need and want, this transparency can help bring together an understanding between both the department and the citizens they serve. It can be a tricky thing at times because this department works for the needs of families and children. This at times can mean bettering the lives of families and children, but it can also mean that safety and welfare of those individuals matter more than keeping a family together. It is important that it is acknowledged that within this department, they deal with very emotional and heartfelt topics. But perhaps this is why there needs to be a more personal relationships with caseload workers and the families. It is important to understand that because of this reason, every case should be given very special attention so that nothing is missed. And if information is missed or interpreted, this could mean the difference between safety. The research articles that we used are that these research articles are all that deal with the different issues regarding different programs of the Department of Children and Family Services. Each of the articles give some information of the efficiency of a program and the different aspects of how the community is affected by these programs. Understanding what programs work and what programs do not can be really important. Understanding that in many aspects the voices of children may be lost or not even heard, it is essential that this department exists in order to look out for the welfare of them. Within this particular department, there are many different programs. While reading these articles, it became clear to me that working with communities, families, and children is just not an issue on the county level, but can be relevant at the state, national, and international level as well. The welfare of family and children is extremely important and can help shape the future of society. When taking a look at whether or not these articles would be useful in preparing my research proposal, it seemed that several key concepts could help with my preparation. One common concept amongst some of these articles was reliability. It is extremely important to have a reliable program within a department in order to not only for also the employees, but also for the citizens to have faith in the department. Especially when dealing with such emotional issues, such as families and children, it is essential that there is a reliability and confidence within the county. Another issue that has been discussed with many of the articles is behavioral issues and other problematic issues that can lead children to being sent to juvenile hall. How can programs within the Department of Children and Family Services help to minimize this? And can having more caseworkers on hand to handle each case and to become more, have a bit deeper relationship with the children, can that help as well? My hypothesis is that because there are larger caseloads for social workers within San Bernardino County, the services that should be offered are lacking. It is important to understand that because of larger caseloads for social workers, there could be issues that may be prioritized and perhaps some services being ignored. The fact that this department plays such a role in day-to-day lives of everyday citizens, this is extremely important. There's a direct relationship to the amount of cases and each caseworker has and the quality of work that can be done. This can be seen in response times to calls, visitation times, and even maybe scheduling and rescheduling of appointments. There may be a limited number of visitations as well. In order to better understand, some of the research methods that we need to use are surveys with citizens and from employees to get both sides to see what is the common want and need of both to better the community. This is based on the expectancy disconfirmation model, finding out what employees and citizens both have expected from their experience with this department in the past, and maybe that can help to figure out what can be helped to improve this program in the future. Conducting an evaluation also with past families and children who have benefited from the services can also help to see maybe what worked for them may also work for families in the present. Using the information collected through surveys and from employees and citizens will be essential to establishing a program that is functioning to the best of its capabilities. This is where evidence-based decision-making can take place, based on the evidence of how the program has performed in the past, or how the department has functioned in the past. How can we use this information to help us function better in the future? So the logic model that I use is for inputs. The department resources that will be used are how caseloads affect the quality of work. More time, money, and employees will be used in order to ensure that there will be a difference with how employees work from the past to now in the future. The outputs, these activities and participants, well, the activities are to be distributing surveys, and the participants are going to be the citizens and the employees. I think this is really important because we need to see what both of them want and need. Short-term outcome will be that administrators will be able to identify the needs and wants of both parties. The medium outcome, it would for the administrators to hire more qualified social workers so that it can alleviate the work of the already working caseworkers. This is in order for each case to have the desired attention and care in order to create a more personal relationship amongst caseworker and the citizen. A long-term outcome is going to be that with the hiring of more qualified social workers and more attention to each case, there should be shorter response times. The quality of work given to each will increase, and therefore it will become a more personable career, which is exactly what this department entails in the first place. In conclusion, throughout the research that will be conducted, the goals for this department is to establish a set ideal of how to properly evaluate the department in a transparency way in order to ensure that procedures that are followed correctly are still being done so, and that the efficiencies of the everyday quality work is still being done, and services are being provided. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed my research proposal.